Hi everyone. So after thinking a little bit about it, the networks that I felt that I fell into were under the following categories: journalism and professional work, home friends and family, Maryland and college friends, and swimming. There's some overlap among each of these networks. Journalism classmates are now colleagues in the field. Some of my former professors are also good reference points, and I'm still connected to them over different social media outlets. My cousin is a magazine editor, and she actually set me up with my first internship at her former magazine gig. And also, swimming just kind of bleeds into both home and college friends. It's been a big part of my life, and that is how I've met the bulk of, I would say, my friendships and acquaintances throughout my 24 years. So I chose to look at journalism since it's probably the broadest look at it. I have my freelance experience, I have my current position, and some of these connections were made by associations, such as just showing up for class and getting to know my professors, especially Professor Beth over here. She was one of my advisors during school. But ultimately it's up to me to keep communications going, especially with those professors and Patty, the former executive editor of the magazine I interned as an editorial intern. The biggest connector impact was made by Carl over here. He set up my freelance gig with Jen, who I work predominantly with during the first couple of months to a year that I wrote for Patch.com. And then she actually ended up introducing me to Jess and Nicole and a couple other local Patch editors, and I ended up writing for more Patch websites in my general area. Aside from my cousin, the Patch editors, and Elizabeth and my dad, my dad is a great journalist connector as well. He actually knows Ed from NBC. They went to college and high school together, I believe grade school as well, and I actually was able to shadow Ed at NBC one day. I got to sit in the control room and watch one of their morning shows. It was a really neat experience. So that's kind of how my journalism journalism network looks like. Next is swimming and college. I kind of combine these two for the purpose of this project because of how much swimming really does bleed into all of it. It has a very far reach. I consider all of my coaches, John, Bill, Pat, Jamie, and Charlie, to be mavens and connectors because they've coached so many people before and after my time, and thus they created huge webs of their own respective networks that I'm also still a part of through just keeping in contact with them, alumni events, and coaching as well. And also knowing my connection to Bill helped my recruitment from Pat when I was going into college. And later in my college years, I needed a change for my summer training, so I decided to move over to John, who actually coached Pat back in the day. So it was kind of a cool little triangle of connections there. And also, aside from the big swimming overlap, because of all my college friends are mostly swimmers, my one connector friend, Tana, she's one of the most gregarious people I know. And she is one that branches out and takes me along with her. She always is making new friends and integrates them with the older friends, and she is definitely a reason I now hang out with a different crowd when I visit Maryland. Among other people is her boyfriend Dave, our friend Kevin, Gordon, and my boyfriend Alex. So she definitely is a big player in connecting me to other outside networks outside of swimming. And communication across both journalism and swimming/college is usually pretty good, especially with email and social media and everything making it easier to stay connected. It was very interesting to take a step back and look at how my networks and connections really worked and flowed. So this was very interesting and fun project, and I hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks.